Riverside Park Speedway was built in 1948 in Agawam at one of the region's top tourist destinations, Riverside Amusement Park. For 50 years, it hosted auto races, and many big NASCAR names like Richie and Geoff Bodine started at Riverside. Tonight, producer Dave Fraser talks with auto racing historian Fini, track announcer Gary Danko, and longtime driver and owner Bob Polverari about the glory days at Riverside Speedway, gone but not forgotten.
Well, I kind of got into racing once I got my license at 16. I decided to bring my own car over there, so I started running number 711. I picked up that number from my dad used to take me up to Springfield Plaza. They had the GB planes. They had a little dice on the side and number 711. I don't know why, but I picked up that number and started racing at Riverside in '54, my high school years. I spent a total of $700 in 2 years, and that was a lot of money at that time. I'll tell you, when you jump in that race car and it's just like sitting in your chair in the living room. I mean, I am so comfortable in there. Once in a while, I mean, you get slammed. I remember Ray Miller once hit me so bad in the back. My helmet must have been too loose. It went down over my eyes. I couldn't believe it. We laughed about it after, but you know, he didn't mean it, whatever you're doing. And we had some good years at Riverside Park.
Well, I grew up going to a short track at Plainville Stadium. And then my brother and I and my father, we ended up starting to go to Riverside Park in 1975. I heard the voice come on up in the broadcast booth, Mike Joy, say, "Good evening and welcome to Riverside Park Speedway. My name is Mike Joy." And I says, "That's something that I would like to do." I never wanted to be a race car driver, loved racing, but I loved the broadcast side of it. It was in beginning of 1994. Ben Dodge was running Riverside Park Speedway, and he gave me the opportunity to announce at Riverside, and from there I went on to other short tracks, and Riverside was a fun short track, a lot of good competition there. My job was in the beginning of the day, go down through the pit area and get my notes and find out the sponsors on the race cars, if sponsors changed from the previous week. Sometimes I would do some pit reporting. I was the eyes back in the pit area to let the fans know what was going on where they couldn't see the race cars, and maybe talk to crew chiefs or drivers, and it brought a lot more to the fans, so it made them feel more like they were actually in the pit area with me.
Some guys had different names, and the reason they did it, they didn't want their bosses to know they were driving or they were under a contract. Some of the guys in the service, and one of the guys sitting on this panel right here right now did such a thing. I don't know why, but he came in under a different name, huh?
Yeah, in my situation, it was regarding bank loans. You used to have to sign a disclosure if you had, for business purposes, to have a line of credit, et cetera, that you signed the thing. You would not fly a private airplane. You would not race cars. Several different things that you had to sign off on. So, but the name I chose, and a lot of people, it was a fun name, Red Car.
They spelt the name C-A-R-R, right?
Yeah.
C-A-R-R, Red Car. It was kind of neat, and at the time, myself even racing then, I didn't realize it was Fini, who I knew, you know. And
through business, we knew each other.
Yeah, but that was kind of interesting.
The fans tended to be very passionate. You had your Polverari supporters sitting in one section, you know, close together as possible, and the next section might be somebody from a person that was maybe less like a Jap Membrino. He had his section, and the two drivers had to accidentally touch each other on a track, and the place went crazy. So many racetracks have gone out of business and just closed, and basically you went back to next year and there was no racing. One thing I'll say for Six Flags, we knew that October 17th was going to be the last race, and we got ready for it. We had nights ahead of time, and we had a Hall of Fame rendition. So we were prepared for it. I was psyched for it, and it turned out to be a great night.
Here I was a young kid as a fan of Bob Polverari, and then being on the broadcast side, I got to announce Bobby at the final race of Riverside Park Speedway, which was in October of '99.
I remember the sun was setting, and you looked up there and you knew it was the last night. And then, like he says, it wasn't my night to win a race. I was going to come in third, and Eddie Flemke Jr. and Brad Heiteller got tangled about probably 5 laps to go, and And for some reason I won that race, and it wasn't mine to win, but because of all the years we were at the park, I guess it was just meant to be, but it was kind of nice. I'll never forget it.